recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Chris.
Yo, we going down to Sesame Street.
That's your impression of hardcore rap?
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list. Oh my God.
You were like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes a pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan, and I am here today with Erin Barclay. Hello, Erin.
You talking to me or Zahkia?
I used your name. I said it right.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Yes, and with us also today is Zahkia Mendoza. Hello, Zahkia.
Hello, Erin.
I say the wrong name one time.
It was at least twice.
Well, we're going to have a great show today. We have 3 awesome guests. First up, Ouseph is with us. Hello, Asha.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. Jacob Johnson's with us. Hello, Jacob.
Hello.
And Ginger Hilderman's with us. Hello, Ginger.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. All right, I want to get to know all of you better. Asha, we're going to start with you. Tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
All right, well, my name is Asha. I'm a 5th grade math and science teacher. Something fun about myself is my picture is in a physics textbook.
Is that true? Why is that? What experiment did they do on you?
My dad was a physics professor. In the late 1900s, he wrote a physics textbook and used my picture of like me on a swing and another picture to demonstrate whatever physics-y thing he was trying to convey.
Really?
Yep.
That's
You just
fun.
used the phrase late 1900s and I don't like it.
I don't either,
that-
but it's a joke amongst me and my friends, and I didn't even realize I did it. Like,
Yeah,
that's the meanest thing I'd ever heard. The first time I heard it, I wanted to cry.
I got to go lie down. You can just say a few years ago. It's fine.
Right?
Aaron, that's not accurate, though. It's
Shut up.
not a few years
It
ago.
feels accurate.
Shut up.
Do you ever think about that we're living in the equivalent of the Roaring Twenties?
God.
Like when we were growing
You
up
have to
and
get
being
into that
forced to read The Great Gatsby, and they talked about the Roaring Twenties and how far away that was from us. Yeah, we're there. This is our 20s.
I hate everything about
I can go with this in my 20s.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been in my 20s, just saying.
Yeah, that's the truth. All right. Very cool, Asha. Well, it's great to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
Jacob, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. Battle of the Bluegrass going on here with Asha. Something interesting about myself is also something that I do. I just recently became a stay-at-home dad. So
Ooh.
that's it's different. Covered in spit up and knee deep in poop, but you know, it's a fun life.
What were you doing before the dad thing?
I worked for a transportation department
Mm-hmm.
for a local university, so
Okay.
it was wrangling cats, and now I'm just wrangling a cat, so it's different.
What is the most unexpectedly challenging thing about being a stay-at-home dad?
Just making sure she doesn't kill herself in a brand new way every day. Just like it's always something new. Just like, how are you even flipping over? You're not that old yet, and yet here she is,
Yeah, I get it.
half months old, and just rolling around like a crocodile eating.
I remember one time I thought Sebastian was dead. 100% thought he had died right in front of me. I was at a kids' gym thing, and they had a giant ball, like maybe 3 feet tall. and he ran and jumped onto the ball on the top of it, and it rolled over with him on top of it, and he went face first into the ground, and then his body flipped over him with his face still planted in the ground. So I see this happen, and I run over because I think you're dead. I think you have literally just broken your neck because your face is forward and your whole body flips over the top of you he folded in a way that's not supposed to happen. And he's like, just looked up at me in shock and then got up and started running around again. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. That was the scariest thing that was one of the most scared times I've ever been in my whole life, was that unexpectedly about to kill yourself kind of thing.
Kids are made of rubber. It's crazy.
It's the best thing ever. Thank goodness. All right. Well, it's great to have you, Jacob. Ginger, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
I'm Ginger. I am born and bred in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I am a pharmacist at one of the million hospitals around here. I swear we have a massive amount of hospitals in Cincinnati for some reason. Something fun about myself is I spent nearly 10 years on the Navajo reservation working and living out there. It was probably the best time of my life out there.
Wow. What were you doing there?
It was my first 10 years of being a pharmacist. I went out there for pharmacy residency training for first year. And then I stayed at the same place for 9 years after that.
Wow.
It was amazing. I was a 5-hour drive from, I think I counted 5 national parks. So,
oh, cool.
My weekend trips were some people's bucket list trips, and it was amazing.
That's very cool. What's the best park you went to out there?
Hands down, Arches National Park. It is amazing. If you don't know what it looks like, look at a Utah license plate. The delicate arch is the background of most of their license plates. It was gorgeous. I, found a love of hiking out there, found a love of the outdoors out there. Other than it was a 45-minute commute to Walmart, it was a great place to live.
There you go. Yeah, so you guys have all started noticing all of you are within like 90 minutes of each other. We have Lexington, Cincinnati, and Louisville all on the same game.
So Kit booked this game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Did she have some Ohio River Valley thing going on?
I don't think so. I don't even think she knew. It's funny.
After we're done, we're meeting at a restaurant, okay?
There you go. Y'all can all go play trivia together. Legit. All right, y'all. Well, let's get this game started. We're going to get rolling with Warm It Up Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
Today's Warm It Up Chris comes to us from Stephen Yee.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen.
This was in the pile of questions that were submitted, but that we never saw, so it's a little old. Sorry. I haven't been ignoring you. He sent me this really cool list of movies that came out the same year that are basically indistinguishable.
Oh, I love those.
What I'm going to do... Yeah. I'm going to give you all the year and a very brief description of what the movie is about. The challenge is going to be to name them both, but if you can just name one, I'll give you, talk about movies for a little bit is kind of what we're going to do.
The 90s were the peak of this, I feel like. There were so many, like every year there'd be 2 movies that came out on the same topic.
Mm-hmm. And this list is limited to the 90s and 2000s. For that reason, the list is very, very long. Actually, there's plenty to choose from. So, Zahkia, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the year 1998 and the description, Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to guess that this is an Armageddon Deep Impact situation.
It is an Armageddon Deep Impact situation.
Literally the first one I wrote down.
Yeah, it's one of the The clue is really goofy, though, because both of them are balls of gas and ice. Come on. These aren't fireballs. Come on.
Talk to NPR, man. I don't know. Asha, going to move on to you. You have got 2012 live action Snow Whites.
Oh.
All right. Live action Snow Whites. So one of them might have been the Huntsman. And then the other one is... Oh, the one with Julia Roberts. What is the name of that? I don't know the name of it. I can't think of it. The Queen... The... Something Queen. I don't know.
Anybody want to tag in? Anybody know it?
Is it Mirror Mirror?
It is Mirror Mirror and Snow White and the Huntsman.
Oh, wow.
Teamwork.
Yeah, I wasn't getting that, Asha. You did great. I got the Huntsman. I couldn't get Mirror Mirror.
Some of these I've never heard of, which is why we're going to be a little more collaborative than normal, but this is friendly. Jacob, going to give you 1995 talking live action piglets.
J1's Babe.
Pig in the City, baby.
I'm not sure on the other one.
I got nothing.
Anybody?
Gordy.
Gordy. Zakia's
Gordy.
I was thinking Charlotte's Web, actually.
What is Gordy?
I was thinking Ham, but he's not live action.
No.
Gordy is the Great Value Babe. Guess which one I liked.
All right, Ginger, going to give you 2018 Ruth Bader Ginsburg origin stories.
I make it a point to pay no attention to politics, and that includes movies, apparently. I have no earthly idea, so go for it, guys.
I can make up some movie names.
Is Descent one of them? I think there's one named like Descent or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking I Descent. But
Nope. Oh.
Is there one just called RBG?
There is.
Yeah, that was... I don't know this, but I'm just guessing. If I was naming them, one of them would be RBG, and the other one would just be Ruth.
Oh, no, not that clever. The other one was called On the Basis of Sex.
Oh.
Which was no law shall discriminate on the basis of sex was the big case that kind of made a name for her. I forget the name of the case. Jonathan, we are to you. Going to give you 2006 19th Century Magician Tricksters.
2006, 19th century is the 1800s. Magician Tricksters. The Prestige?
Mm-hmm. That is one of them.
Hell yeah. I got one of them. All right. I'm proud.
Yay.
And
You want to try for the other?
I'm going to try. It's not close right now, though. The Prestige was a good movie, by the way. I don't know the other. Does anybody know?
Is it The Illusionist with Edward Norton?
It is The Illusionist. They just call it The Illusionist, but yes, Edward Norton
Good
was in it.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Prestige was way better than I anticipated it being. It's more than just a magician trickster movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're being a bit reductionist with these descriptions.
I mean, it has David Bowie playing Nikola Tesla,
right?
Wow.
For sure.
I've got to
What
say
else
that.
do you need? All right, Zakia, back to you. You get 95 and 96 because they were right around the holidays, I think. Extrasensory perception at work.
ESP at work. Oh, okay. What ESP in movies? Oh, at work, like in the workplace.
I think, yeah. I think there's one of them I can think of.
Ugh. The only thing that's coming to mind is Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, and I don't think that's it.
Amazing movie, though.
That is not ESP. And
Nope.
I'm also thinking like some John Travolta something. Phenomenon?
Oh,
No.
Charlie. Phenomenon was kind of like a power
back up.
thing.
Yeah, back up. Say that again with more confidence.
Oh, Phenomenon with John
Hey, that's one.
Travolta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phenomena.
Oh.
Phenomena.
Phenomenon. Do. So, okay. Here's a story about this. I get Phenomenon mixed up with another John Travolta movie that came out roughly around the same time. That's him. That's like him as the angel Michael. So I'm
Yes.
going to say that, but I know it's wrong.
It is.
Is it?
John,
Is
you wanna
it
help her out?
What Women Want with Helen Hunt and Mel Gibson?
That was later.
No.
That is
I think that's
ESP
the
in
one
the
I was thinking
workplace.
It is. I thought of that too.
That was the one I thought of.
Interesting. No, this list has Phenomenon paired with Powder.
Oh.
Oh, that's crazy. I was literally thinking about Powder in my head as something I get that one mixed up with. I didn't realize they were that closely related.
That's why you get them mixed up.
I've never seen
yeah.
either of them. All I saw was commercials at the same time.
Right.
Yep. Asha, you get 2008 Bridesmaid Romances.
Bridesmaid romances. Something borrowed and Bride Wars?
No.
No.
Nope.
Are either of those even right?
My Best
Nope.
Friend's Wedding.
Was one of them 27
my best
dresses?
friend's. What was the
27
year
Dresses
again?
is one of them. 2008.
27 dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't My Best Friend's Wedding. Julia Roberts.
No, that was in the 90s, I think.
Oh, jeez.
Who else is a bridesmaid? Like Kate Hudson in the other one? I feel like she plays bridesmaids a lot.
That
was,
it's not bridesmaids.
Oh,
I just
Bride
have
Wars?
the list.
No.
No, it's a movie apparently none of y'all have heard of called Maid of Honor, but Maid is spelled M-A-D-E.
Oh, with
I have heard of
Hugh
that.
Jackman? Or Bradley
No, it's
Cooper?
that guy from Grey's Anatomy was in
Oh,
it.
yeah. The other one. Patrick Dempsey. Yeah, him. Yep. Cool.
Wow. I was about to guess
I
Maid
didn't
in
see that.
Manhattan for a second. It's like maybe it's a bridesmaid in a different way.
Close. Oh, not the maid!
Jacob, 1997, eruptive dysfunction.
Dante's Peak.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it.
Volcano.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, I didn't know. I wouldn't have been able to pull that.
Both of those slapped. Those are both good
Yeah.
disaster movies.
Wasn't the opening of Dante's Peak like 2 people went ski jumping in a hot spring and then got burned
Yes.
alive? Or
Yeah.
Yes.
Get all burned up. Mhm.
That's like a
Mhm.
weird memory that I have. I couldn't tell you the last time I've seen that movie.
Foundational memory, that scene. All right, Ginger, I'm taking you as far away from politics as I possibly can.
Thank you.
1998, animated insects.
A Bug's Life and Ants, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
That was the
100%.
second
Good
one I
job.
wrote down.
That was the second quickest get of the whole set. You did good.
Yep. Jonathan, you get 2009 mall cop comedies.
All right, I'm guessing Paul Blart Mall Cop.
That's one of them.
And the other one, is this like a Matt Damon thing?
I don't know.
Or Mark Wahlberg thing? Crap. Why did it have to be Mall Cops? God, I don't know the other one. Yeah, I really don't know.
Anybody?
Superbad?
Nope. That was earlier, I think. It's a movie called Observe and Report.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that.
I thought that was a Neighborhood Watch, though.
No.
Yeah.
Apparently not. All right, we'll go around one more time. Zakia, I'm going to give you 94, 95 drag queen road trips.
Okay. So one is To Wong Fu.
Mhm.
Thanks for everything. Love, Julie Newmar.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
The only other drag queen movie, I don't know if this is the right time, but is it like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
Yep.
It is indeed.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
That was a whole vibe back then. It was like, we've never had a
Whole
drag
vibe.
queen movie in mainstream. Boom, here's 2.
Enjoy. They're both amazing.
Yeah, right?
Asha, 2022, multiple multiverses.
All right. Multiple multiverses. So Ant-Man Quantumania something maybe. And then Into the Spider-Verse.
And I think that was 2023.
Whatever the... Was
I think
it?
those were both this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are.
Oh my God, this year has been so long.
I know. You're in the
All
right.
right.
You're in the right
Shall I say
ballpark.
universe, though.
So 2022?
Mm-hmm.
Both of those were this year. That's crazy.
Early
Let's
21st
see.
century.
So then, is it Spider-Man something home something? And I don't know what the other one is. I don't know.
Anybody got it?
One of them is
Doctor
Doctor
Strange,
Strange and the
Multiverse of
Multiverse
Madness,
of
Everything,
Madness.
Everywhere, all at
Oh,
once.
Yeah.
Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's the one I was thinking of. The movie that made me ugly cry on a plane.
I know, me too. The Rocks got me.
Oh, the rocks were great. Yeah, honestly, Spider-Man, like No Way Home, I think No Way Home might be the right one. Could fit in there too.
I think it could.
Or was
yeah.
that 2021? Because it was definitely multiverse.
But was it multiple multiverses or just one multiverse? I'm confused by mostly everything.
I don't think there
but
is
in
such a thing
particular-
as multiple multiverses. They're all just a set of multiverses.
What the multiverse? It's
Yeah, no, there was
multi-inclusive
multiple.
verse.
There were multiple verses because I'm cool and I shorten multiverse to verse.
Oh, wow.
Too philosophical for Saturday morning. Jacob, 2006 and 7 animated penguins.
Madagascar and Happy Feet.
Happy Feet, yes. Madagascar, no.
The
Surf's
other one
Up?
just had like,
Surf's Up.
oh,
Huh. Wow.
Ginger, 2013, Apocalypses, but for laughs.
2013, 10 years ago. I know. Funny apocalypses. Anyone got it? I have no idea.
One of them is
This is
probably
the end.
This is the End.
this is the end.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, is the other one Hot Tub Time Machine?
This says something called Rapture Palooza.
Wow.
Oh,
And Jonathan, we're going to round it out with you. Going to give you 2013 Terrorism at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
What year?
2013.
2013.
Same year as Rapture Palooza.
Wow. Terror at Pennsylvania. Is one of these Olympus Has Fallen?
It is.
And the other one, I don't know. No, I don't know. I feel like that was around the time for the TV show Designated Survivor, but I don't know the answer to the other movie.
I think it's just White House Down, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, well, phooey. Is that like a sequel to Black Hawk Down?
Who knows?
It's actually in the multiverse.
Exactly.
All right. So I got one more, and I'm just curious to see if anybody knows this. The years were 15, 16, and the hint was cluelessly terrible opera singers.
One of them has to be, I think Meryl Streep played the main character. It was...
Florence Foster Jenkins.
Yes, that one.
Sweet. Okay.
Was that 2015, 2016?
That's what the internet said.
Good God. What happened to the 5 years between? That was only 3 years ago. I swear to God, that was only 3 years ago.
Pandemic time.
Oh my God.
Like we all had to skip.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 8 years ago.
What was the other one?
The other Marguerite is what it was called.
Marguerite.
Never heard of that.
They're missing a
Yeah, I'd never heard of either of them, so I was curious. Anyway, that was warming up Chris.
All right, good job, everybody.
Yeah.
We did well. We worked together. We figured out most of them. That's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be episode number 450. 450. I am excited about it. We are going to have a great time. I want to remind you all that right now you can get your Everyday Q&A trivia calendar for 2024. It is a page-a-day calendar. It's one of those calendars that sits on your desk. You tear off a page each day. It will tell you the date. It will tell you what month it is, what day it is, what day of the week it is, but it will also have a trivia question for you that was either written by our esteemed colleague Kit Sikowski or written by one of you, perhaps. You guys submitted questions, and quite a few of you made it into the calendar. So go to triviacalendar.com and pick up your copy of the Everyday Q&A Trivia Calendar for 2024 today. All right, episode 450. It is going to be Zahkia and Jacob versus Ginger, Asha, and Jonathan. And it's time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness. 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
Erin, take us away.
I feel like 80% of this job is knowing when to pause to let people say the things. Round 1, not then apparently. Round 1, question 1, current concerts. Jonathan, I'm just giving you one current events question this week.
Because I'm so good at them.
You're getting better. Current concerts. Attention, baby. The Sphere in Las Vegas has opened, and the first resident act is a series of 25 shows featuring what band's 7th studio album?
All right, guys, I've got meow meow.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. So,
All right, can we lock it in, Asha?
Yes.
Sweet, we're locked in.
Okay. Zahkia and Jacob?
I'm in agreement with you, Jacob. Probably a good thing that they're doing this at the Sphere and not force dropping an album to our iPhones.
I've seen the video of it. You got to be high to see it because it's insane. But it's you too.
Me?
Like physically high in the rafters, or
Also, yes.
Both.
It's
I just I didn't know.
The rest of us aren't living that stay-at-home dad life. We don't know about your hip terminology and your weird practices.
whatever I can do to survive.
I feel
What was
it.
your answer, Mr. Meow Meows?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely you too. People have been posting videos of the Sphere, which, I mean, when you see the Sphere the first time before it opened, it's like, oh my God, that is a gigantic pimple on the face of the earth right there in Las Vegas. And then when you see it in action in the concert, it's mind-blowing. It is very three-dimensional in a way that it's really, really cool. I also saw a picture of it where the outside of the sphere, when it wasn't being used, was just made into a giant smiley face so that people driving up would see this giant smiley face in the distance. So I think the sphere is winning me over, but we said U2.
It is U2. That album is Akchong Baby, which is why that was in the question. My issue with the sphere is that every time I see a video of it, I have no idea if it's CGI or not because the world is incredibly weird. But I saw a video of it like watching trains and planes go by, like a smiley face just going, ooh, and like watching a train as it drives by. And it's really cute.
That's amazing.
I like it.
I've seen it react to a golf shot where it like followed the ball, supposedly.
What?
It's fun.
That can't be real. That can't be real.
Supposedly it was just like an idle animation and it just linked up perfectly with him shooting the ball. But
gotcha.
I mean,
yeah,
I read it on the internet. It has to be true. Someone can't just lie on the internet.
Right.
No deep fakes.
Yep. I have no desire to go back to Vegas, but if I do, I will enjoy seeing the sphere. Question 2 category is vocabulary. Despite how it's used today, what transitive verb originally meant to kill 1/10 of a group of people at random, usually as a punishment?
Yep. Ginger, I am in 100% agreement with you.
All right. You good, Asha?
Oh, yeah, I like it. Yep.
All right. Locked in?
Okay. Jacob and Zahkia, talk it out.
There's this book called World War Z, and in it, it talks about the Russian army revolt while fighting the undead. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. But during the revolt, they have to decimate 1/10 of their battalion for rebelling. Zahkia, if you're fine with it, I want to decimate.
I am more than okay with it. And you said Z, so I like it. We can lock in with decimate.
I just had the worst visual. World War Zahkia, where all of the zombies are Zahkias. We were all effed. It's just not good for us, truly.
I wouldn't be able to shoot any of them. I would just die.
Oh, man. That's what I'm saying. The cuteness factor.
Yeah,
it's
but
just not.
Zahkia wouldn't bite anyone, so it wouldn't go well.
I don't know if it's Zombie Kia. Probably would. Zomkia? Yeah, she probably would.
Now, wait, are we talking about zombie Zahkia or a zombie car?
Zombie. I thought it was a ghost car.
A ghost truck. My son's Halloween costume.
Yep.
It all comes back. It's
Spooky season. The answer is decimate. Not that y'all needed me to tell you that.
We didn't get to give our answer, but we were going to say that.
Are you
too.
sure? Because you would get distracted talking about zombie kids, right? I'm going to put that on you guys. That one's not my fault. But yeah, that is the correct answer. Hooray! Points for everybody. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. Round 1, question 3, category is boy math. In September of 1999, it was discovered that a private sector team of engineers did its calculations in feet and inches, while the government's team of engineers did its calculations in meters. This caused a very expensive machine to crash into what?
Not what I meant to type. That is not what I typed.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Zahkia, if you want to go with that one.
I don't feel good enough about it.
I don't feel good about mine either. Coin flip?
Sure. Do you want to take
heads, yours, or tails?
I can take heads.
All right, one moment. It's tails.
All right.
So we're locked in.
Okay, so we're debating what kind of event this was. We don't remember it clearly. Ginger has the best idea of it, we think. So we started off like, oh, did we crash something into the moon or crash something into Mars or a moon, some other moon?
I mean, technically, Jonathan thought we knocked it into a cow.
Yes.
Yes.
I responded with moo ? And it stood alone until Erin cow emoji'd it. So, Ginger, you were thinking that this is something that happened on planet.
Yes. I have a vague recollection of a story where I want to say it was either a satellite or a spacecraft where they launched it. And then immediately with the trajectory that it was showing, they were going, oh, crap. It's not going where it's supposed to. It's going to hit, in my head, it was Russia, but, some populated area. And so they had to hit the destruct button and it ends up in the ocean, so it doesn't hit a populated area. I probably have most of those details wrong, but I have a vague recollection of that.
And if we're going to say it's on the planet, then the ocean covers up 70+% of the planet. So that's the best answer mathematically.
If we're going for stats.
Yeah, I think we say ocean. Asha, what do you think?
Sounds good to me.
All right, we're going to guess ocean.
It was actually the plot of the 1997 movie. I didn't come up with an ending for this.
You got to have
joke.
a clever ending for that joke to land. Unlike this device, which landed in the ocean with no clever joke.
Zahkia and Jacob, what'd you guys say?
I was gonna say you're gonna do the sequel to Splash with Splash Down.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Oh,
Jacob should be hosting.
right? I'll send you the questions.
She will gladly.
We
I
were
want Erin on
debating
my
between the International Space Station and the moon. We thought the government team was NASA. We flipped a coin. We went with moon.
But we both
All right.
agreed that my answer of me from the Dave Matthews Band is absolutely incorrect.
Crash into you.
Stuck in my head now. 10 points
Yes,
to the
thanks for
screaming
that.
meanie over there. One of y'all did say it, but you didn't make it your answer. This thing cratered in the surface of Mars.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
This
guys.
was, and this is one of those, I don't know how to calibrate how easy or hard it is, because Robin Williams mentioned this in his stand-up. So I feel like it's that fact is kind of in the zeitgeist for people who, like me, watch that stand-up 1,000 times, but apparently not for you guys. So
I
it's
don't
okay.
even know what stand-up you're talking about.
His HBO special, if you go watch it, like drop what you're doing, I'll wait.
The last
It's
Robin
very,
Williams
very
stand-up I saw was like from the 80s. Then he became this big movie star. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
R.I.P.
There's a cool video of him doing on a USO tour. I highly recommend watching that one too.
Cool.
I'll send you the links. After round one, teams are tied at 20. Orange Cat has 10. Moving on to round two, question one category is monsters. I might pronounce this wrong, forgive me. The Illithid is a humanoid monster with psionic powers that lives in the moist caves of the Underdark and, in certain situations, in small-town Indiana. By what two-word name are Illithids more commonly known?
Zahkia, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Are you locked in?
I'm trying to send him a lock emoji.
All right. So, guys, this is D&D, and the reference to Iowa is from Stranger Things. So, an Illithid is like a...
It was
Why are you
Indiana.
looking... I'm sorry, Indiana, not Iowa. Sorry about that.
All those ice states.
I'm like, why are you showing me that weird face, Erin? What did I say? So an Illithid
Iowa.
is like a squid-faced thing where imagine tentacles where your face should be, right? And they wrap their little tentacles around people's brains and suck out their mind, like their spiritual energy. So I think their nickname is Mind Eaters. I don't think it's Brain Eaters. I think it is Mind Eaters. So that's the best I got for you.
Well, I have nothing, so I'm okay with that.
Mind Eater sounds good. I feel like I've heard of this somewhere, but I don't have much specific memory, and you have specific information. So
Yeah.
I am good with Mind Eaters.
It would have been more fun if they called them Brain Drainers. But no, Mind Eaters. Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Okay, cool, great. You know who else locked in? Zahkia and Jacob. What'd you say?
So earlier this year, a video game came out called Baldur's Gate 3 that is set in the D&D universe.
Yep.
Where one of the main enemies are the Mind Flayers.
Flares. Oh, beep.
Yes, they get flayed.
That's right.
And
Flayer is the better word. Oh, beep. We're going to lose on this because he's very specific. I bet we could have got credit if it wasn't for that. No.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it
I
is
watch
the better-
Stranger Things. There's no eaters there. They're only flayers.
Yeah, it is the Mind Flayer, Ramsay Bolton style, alas.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. Oh,
If this was a text-based game, just for those of y'all playing along at home, if you wrote Mind Flare, Flare, I would also have given it to you because they're basically homophones. So pat yourselves on the back. Mind Flayer.
I'm sorry, guys. I should have gotten that. I knew it didn't feel 100% perfect, but I wasn't getting there.
Your some
Highly recommend Baldur's
information.
Gate 3. It's a lot of fun.
I've heard it's incredible, yeah.
Yeah, just the other day in the D&D group I play with, Stuart Everett, on a night we couldn't play, he's like, does anybody want to fire up Baldur's Gate 3 and just start like a multiplayer and play that way? And I am very seriously considering getting Baldur's Gate 3 for that reason, for nights that we actually can't play and we want to, but there's not enough. Why can't we do that?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I gotta get a console I can play it on. I think it would melt my Switch.
Mm.
Yeah, it's only on the PS5 and the computer.
Yeah, alas. Round 2, question 2. Category is weapons. A blade that gives you a +3 damage to attack rolls and ignores resistance to slashing damage has what name? Taken from an 1872 poem. Like other nonsense words in that poem, it has made its way into modern language. However, D&D authors are unclear on whether it goes snickersnack or not when used.
Oh.
This
Yep.
one.
But I don't know what it's called.
Close.
Oh.
It's from that poem, though.
Oh, okay. So, all right, let me...
Do you want it? Does it have to be fully precise, Erin, with the second word, or are you just looking for the first one?
First word.
All right, great. All right, we're gonna lock that in, right, guys?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so it's definitely from the Jabberwocky.
Mm-hmm. Literature, especially poems, is like my weakest week. I do know certain time periods of stuff, so the Jabberwocky makes sense to me, and I like the Snicker Snack. That seems like it fits, but you're hitting on like two of my weak spots, Erin. Thank you. D&D and poetry. You said what? Vorsnatch?
It's something like that. It's literature is not my strong suit either. God forbid we get a Billy Shakes question.
I am trying to think of like swords that I've heard of before, and none of them really have like silly names, you know?
No,
so like
later.
Yeah.
It's like Vorsnatch, or it almost sounds like Bumbercatch's last name, I think. Because I think someone has made a joke about Benedict Cumberbatch's last name also being this blade.
Bombersnatch, Cumberbatch.
Bombersnatch, something like that.
That sounds pretty good.
I'm not gonna pull it. I can't.
I'm okay with going for a snatch. I really have nothing else.
All right, let's say Vorsnatch.
Okay.
You're in the right ballpark, right? Finally, so after missing the last D&D question, this one also fits for D&D because they did move this over into that world. This is the Vorpal Blade. Yeah, I at first was like, Holy Avenger? And then you're like, you give me the Snicker Snack. I'm like, oh no, this is Lewis Carroll, and that's the Vorpal Sword or the Vorpal Blade.
Yep. The Bandersnatch was the baddie. The Frumnius Bandersnatch was the bad guy in the poem, and he was defeated by the Vorpal Blade or Vorpal Sword. Nice job. When I was in high school, I was in one of those like honors choir thingies, and where you audition and people from all different high schools go to a place and sing songs for a weekend. And we did a setting of Jabberwocky to music. So as a consequence, I still know all the words to that, because why wouldn't my brain retain that information? And I was telling this story at trivia when I asked this question, and a woman in the back goes, "Oh my God, I was at that same conference. I did that same song. I was in that same group," which is wild that 20 odd years later, we reconnect.
Crazy.
At small world. People don't leave Richmond. Round 2, question 3. Y'all have kind of honed in on the overarching category, but your subcategory is copyright infringement. In the original 1980 printing of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Deities and Demigods sourcebook, several mythos were taken directly from other copyrighted material and were later removed. One was Michael Moorcock's Melnibonian. What was the other, which is far better known? It has given its name to a genre of horror and, in 2020, in HBO country.
Do you want the author or the monster?
The author. Yeah.
If she's going with the country or the county.
Yeah. It was a pantheon of monsters.
Pretty good book too. You want to lock in with that?
That is not okay. I don't even know what that is.
All right, I think we can lock in.
Yep. Okay. So Jacob, we're pretty sure this is Lovecraft, right?
Yeah.
Because a Lovecraft country, it's not like an actual like country, but it's a HBO show. Whoa. And Lovecraft. And I was trying to. Jonathan, quit with the distractions. We're commenting, okay? I was trying to write Lovecraftian as like a description of horror, but autocorrect decided Love Raffia was a thing, which it is not, and not even a good phrase, but Lovecraftian, Lovecraft country. I am assuming Erin is asking for the author, yes. So I am okay with saying Lovecraft if you are.
Yeah, let's go with Lovecraft.
Okay. Yeah. Asha, Ginger, and Jonathan.
Lovecraft created Cthulhu and that's something that D&D would have obviously wanted to put in their gods and goddesses. There was a show called Lovecraft Country. Well, that's hard to say. So we said Lovecraft.
It is indeed Lovecraft. Yay.
Yay!
Points all around. At the end of round 2, we are back at 40-40. This is exciting. I'm excited.
a man.
Round 3.
I'm 40.
I'm a man, you a man, we a man.
Oh.
Speak for yourself.
Nah.
Round 3, question 1 category is disappointments. In 2015, what woman appeared on Time's 100 Most Influential People list, was Glamour's Woman of the Year, and was named the youngest and wealthiest self-made female billionaire by Forbes magazine? In 2016, the only major list she appeared on was Fortune's list of the world's 19 most disappointing leaders.
Oh.
I hope you all know this person's name.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. You are...
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, sorry. I have a French keyboard, and sometimes you're going to get like extra accents in there. I'm so
Why do you have a French keyboard?
Because
I
she puts
don't
the
either.
emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I do a lot of typing in French, okay?
Wow.
Parlez-vous français?
Un petit peu. Not enough to have a French keyboard, but I went to Montreal in like a lot. So I, instead of like using English keyboard, I just, typed in French because it was easier. But French keyboards aside, I am going to type my follow-up to you.
Oh, on your phone. I get it.
Yeah, not
I was visualizing a keyboard because you said keyboard. Now it makes more sense.
Keyboard on my phone. Yeah.
Jonathan's picturing like a piano with a beret.
No, well, there's they're absolutely French-style physical keyboards. That's an IT thing that I had to know.
Well, the other one, I wouldn't even call her a leader.
Yeah.
You want to lock in with that one then?
But yeah.
I think we're going to lock in.
No, we're locking in.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking a lot, but you never locked in.
Oh, well, you're making me laugh about my French keyboard.
I think it'd be your French keyboard.
How would a keyboard even have film? Like, come on now, I can't speak French.
So I guess we can talk about what we were talking about with my French keyboard. So like before you even finished reading the question, Jacob and I were like, oh, this is Kylie Jenner. And then the second half, like in 2016, the only major like the world's 19 disappointing leaders are like the record scratched a little bit because I don't think anyone would like call her a leader. And then Jacob came in with a good sense that Kylie Jenner didn't hit billionaire status until 2018.
So yeah, that's a guess.
And I think that's right because I was working at AAA at that point. And I think, okay, so I'm going to embarrass myself. I think 2015, Kylie Jenner was still in her King Kylie era. So she still had like the blue hair. Her picture, I remember her picture on like Forbes or whatever. She had black hair. That's stupid that I know that, but I do.
Yeah, you know that whole keeping up with the Kardashians? I don't.
I have never seen a single episode of the Kardashians. I just know this.
Oh my God, you haven't been keeping up.
Periphery. But
assuming there's an answer coming, but I need it fairly soon.
Okay, there is an answer coming. I did watch a lot about Elizabeth Holmes, who you suggested as, what did you call her?
The lady from the medical thing?
Yeah, the lady with the medical thing. I watched The Dropout. I followed her before that. And I feel like this is actually the right time period for her to do her Theranos F up. So she would be a disappointing leader. I don't know if she ever hit billionaire status, but it's absolutely possible with the people she was scamming. So I am good with Elizabeth Holmes if you are.
Yes, which would be ironic because she popped up when Erin and I played together too.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's lock in with Little Miss Dropout, Elizabeth Holmes.
So you wanted to go Bumper Snatch last time, and now you're going with Mrs. Holmes, I presume. So my first statement in the chat was, this is the Theranos lady. I don't know her name, though. I just know the Theranos lady. And then Asha and Ginger, you guys take it from there.
It took me forever to get there, but I always, like, my first thing was, oh, that DNA company lady. And then I was like, what's the Avengers thing that gets me to the name of the company? So then I got Thanos, and then I got Theranos, and then I came up with Elizabeth Holmes.
That was all Asha. Thanks for giving me credit for some of it that Asha did.
My mind is a scary place.
Yeah, no, her billions disappeared in a snap. Yes.
I really enjoyed watching both those conversations unfold basically simultaneously in real time.
That's great. Yeah, we went with Holmes.
Which is good because that is the correct answer. Elizabeth Holmes. Very disappointing.
Very.
Round 3, question 2 category is girl math. In 2018, what woman was the highest paid host on television with a take that year of $147 million? The large paycheck was due to her selling the rights to her 5,200 episode library and future episodes of her daytime show to CBS. That show ended in 2021 after 25 years, but she launched a spinoff on IMDb TV in 2022.
Do the little dots doing their dance on your phones, does anybody else have like an internal sound effect for that?
No, but I do now.
No, but now I need one.
Whenever I look at it,
now I want to create one.
Burroop, burroop, burroop. I think we can lock in.
Your first suggestion was Ellen DeGeneres, and I like that because I do think her show ended in 2021. However, my issue is the after 25 years. So Ellen had 2 talk show runs. I think there was one that lasted a short period and was canceled, and then after Finding Nemo, which is 2002, 2003, her career took off again. She got that other talk show. So the 25 years, I don't know if Ellen's TV show was 25 years old after it was canceled or after it ended.
Well, I know she had that sitcom in the 90s.
Right. So she had the sitcom, she came out, she was blackballed. I feel like she had another brief thing. It was just called Ellen. And then, maybe that was her sitcom. But yeah. So that's my hang up on Ellen. Everything else seems to fit. I can see her being the highest paid host, 5,200 episodes. That seems like that's something that's on every single day.
A minute.
Daytime show. I really don't have anything else.
Wait. Judge Judy.
Yep. You know what? You are yeah. I like that. You know why? Because my gram is really upset that she can't watch Judge Judy anymore on television. And I don't think Ellen's doing anything else. So yeah.
Judge Judy.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Woo! This is good. I like that.
We're going to lock in with Judge Judy.
Mm-hmm. So Ginger and Jonathan, how does that make you feel?
That was a full-on Jonathan right there.
Could you have called that time about 30 seconds before you said
That was as much of a Jonathan as I've ever seen. And I've seen almost all of them. That was from way downtown out of nowhere to come up with the answer that we like to. Good God. Who was it, Ginger? Were you the one who figured it out on our end? Talk about it.
Yeah, so the thing that made me, because I initially thought of Ellen, but then I switched to Judge Judy because I know she has an IMDb show right now. I watch a lot of Roku and the free streaming stuff, and that's an ad that comes up pretty frequently. So I knew she had an IMDb show, and then as we were talking, I realized I definitely heard that she was one of the highest, if not the highest, paid female hosts on television. So that's why we went with Judge Judy.
Okay. It was Ellen for many, many years, but in 2018, when she sold her back catalog to CBS, Judge Judy jumped to the head of the list for 1 year.
There you go. Woo! That was a really good pull by both teams.
That was exciting.
For sure.
Round 3, question 3 category is successes. In 2022, trans content creator and activist Dylan Mulvaney won the TikTok Trailblazer Award for her viral series chronicling her transition. What was it called?
Sure.
Oh boy.
I'm fine with locking that in.
Okay. I think our answer is locked in. It is. I did the lock emoji. We're locked in.
Okay.
Confidence.
Ginger, you're giving some options there. I'm good with anything you want. Like I said, I can lock in the Bud Light Diaries. That's the best I got here. I know nothing.
The question, we're in makeup territory. The question is serious makeup territory or joke makeup territory is basically where we are at the moment.
What was the name of the category?
Successes.
So nothing really helpful
my
there.
face on a can.
Yeah.
Let's do the Bud Light Diaries, sure.
Oh, we're locked in.
Anything else?
The Bud Light Diaries, it is.
Zahkia?
So, I do have TikTok, and I have seen Dylan Mulvaney's TikToks, and she starts off all of them like, this is my blank blank day of being a girl, or this is my blank blank day of girlhood. So I think is days of girlhood. And I'm hoping that there's not a number in front of it, but I don't know. Like, I remember, I definitely remember like how she starts them off. This is my blank blank day of girlhood. So I'm hoping it's days of girlhood.
So when she hit the year mark, she did I believe it was a live special called 365 Days of Girlhood, but the series itself was just called Days of Girlhood.
Really good job. Wow.
Yay!
Yay. So with that poll going into the half, Zahkia and Jacob have 70. Ginger, Jonathan, and Asha have 60. Still anybody's game. Our midpoint comes to us from Clinton Reese.
Oh, thank you, Clinton.
Thanks, Clinton.
Clinton?
This has also been sitting on that list. Category is sports.
Sports.
Excellent.
Sports.
From Clinton Reese. Dusty Baker finally won a World Series as a manager when the Houston Astros prevailed in the 2022 World Series. The Astros are the fifth Major League Baseball team Baker has managed. For 5 points each, name the other four.
I'm going through teams in my head now, trying to visualize him in a jersey. I'm very confident in the three that I've said. I hope I can pick out the fourth.
Got about 90 seconds.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I can visualize him in both places. Whereas when I see him in other pictures in my mind, it's like, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. No, he doesn't fit in that uniform. No, he doesn't fit in that uniform. With those two, I'm like, I could see that. Yeah, let's do that one. We'll lock in with the first three that I said, and then that last one.
So Kia messaged me, LOL, I'm not going to be no help. I said, not a shot in France. So we're shooting from the hip here.
Yeah, the French hip.
The French hip, as opposed to the dusty hip. Anyways, yeah, we just named teams. You wonder with Diamondbacks, Rays, Braves, and Rockies?
Yep, because Jacob clarified because I said, the Cubs might not be bad because they won in 2016 or so or something like that, and then he asked Erin finally, so that means team that hadn't won. So I know the Diamondbacks won in 2001 because I lost a bet that year. But hopefully that they haven't won since. So I said the Diamondbacks, Rays, Braves, and Rockies.
We're like, where does a dude named Dusty fit in?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so from my perspective, I think Joe Madden was the coach of the Cubs when they won in 2016 because he had left the Rays like the year before or 2 years before or something like that. In my mind, Dusty was the coach of the Cubs before Joe Madden. So we had the Cubs, feel pretty confident about the Nationals, feel pretty confident about the Giants. He was the coach of the Giants after Roger Craig back in the Barry Bonds era. The last one, I can see him in either a Dodgers jersey or a Rockies jersey. I know Don Baylor was the coach of the Rockies for a long time, and I get them mixed up sometimes. I'm not sure. I could see him either way. We went with Rockies for our fourth answer. So we said Rockies, Nationals, Giants, Cubs.
Right. So the answers that Clinton kindly provided for me are, if I was better at my job, I would have looked up the years he did these things, but I didn't. He was the manager of the Giants, the Cubs, the Nationals, and your Cincinnati Reds.
It was the Reds.
No.
Who, Asha, were you the one saying it might be the Reds?
You're fine. Ginger's gonna have to move.
I could have sworn I didn't see him in a Reds jersey.
My brother and Dad are huge Reds fans. I am going to be disowned.
Oh, no.
Listen, I listened to, like, Erin, when you were on Sports Face Off, I listened to those things, and they'd say, what MLB Hall of Famer? And my answer is, not Pete Rose. That's all I can give you.
Technically correct.
I wonder if, so as a manager, 1993 to 2002 with the Giants, so that was the Barry Bonds era. The Cubs from 03 to 06. The Reds from 08 to 13, and the Nationals from 16 to 17, and the Astros presently. What? The Reds for 5 years, and I couldn't place them? Even now I'm looking at a picture, and it's like, well, that looks wrong. What the heck?
So you would think I'd be more upset at the Cubs thing. I'm not upset at all. I'm upset because I was thinking there is so much Ohio River Valley presence on this call that maybe we should just joke around and say the Reds. But yeah, we did not. So 0.0 for us.
True. However, after the midpoint, the score is Zahkia and Jacob with 70, Asha, Jonathan, and Ginger with 75. So
don't call it a comeback.
I won't. Don't worry.
I mean, as soon as he said that they hadn't won, we should have named the Reds.
Amen.
It's been a minute.
Round 4. Question 1, your category is more boy math.
Boy math.
In 1983, NASA scientists suggested sending Sally Ride into space with 100 what? This was, historians have noted, far too many for a 6-day trip.
I know this one second.
I think we can 1, 2, 3 this.
Yep.
I
Three, two,
think
one.
we can.
I think we can.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Tampons. 100 tampons. And that's, will that be enough?
Okay.
There's a song.
From the upcoming
tampons.
Sally Ride musical.
Oh, that would be great. But it is Marsha Belsky, who is the daughter of Kate Waits, who is a trivia person.
Okay.
But yeah, she wrote a song about Sally Ride's 100 tampon thing.
Wow.
That's actually a
100
thing.
tampons in just 6 days.
That's if you need that many, you should see a
How
doctor.
are men
Yeah.
ignorant? Let me
Right.
count the ways.
Oh my goodness. Got an extension.
Naps.
Oh, yeah.
Grammy worthy
How do you
right
just
there.
count to infinity?
What?
Round 4.
I said, how do you just count to infinity?
Round 4, question 2, category is symbols. Although the word obelisk, O-B-E-L-U-S, derives from the same root as obelisk, which is ancient Greek for sharpened stick, it has a very different meaning in modern notation. What do we call the obelisk today? It is a symbol we're all familiar with, but it gained a bump in popularity with the release of a 2017 album.
All right. Y'all feel good?
Yep.
Cool. We're locked in.
Cool.
I had thoughts of this. Jacob, you asked if it's the medical staff, and that's like that the thing with the snake around it. But 2017 album and like symbols and stuff makes me think of Ed Sheeran. And I know all of his stuff are like math symbols. I don't know if the divided by symbol would gain popularity because of Ed Sheeran.
I mean, plus
But
is a plus, minus is a dash, multiplication is an X.
What is the divided by, right?
Right. I mean, I'm fine with it. I can't. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm gonna pull a Judge Judy on this one.
I don't mind it. Let's go with divided by.
That's fine.
Yeah, sure.
That's fine because it's wrong, or that's fine because it's right.
I'll tell you.
It's fine because it's fine.
Just stop talking and let the other team talk.
Ginger.
That came across as more hostile than I intended.
No, it's fine.
She literally just said, "I'm done with these fools."
Finish with this guy.
She said, I'm finished with this guy.
Both Jonathan and I pretty quickly realized that it's most likely an Ed Sheeran album. And as Jacob and Zahkia were saying, it's not going to be a minus sign. It's not going to be the multiplication sign. I mean, I guess it could potentially be the equal sign. I just thought of that one, but we also said division symbol.
Okay. So the medical symbol, the staff of Hermes, is called a caduceus. Fun, unrelated fact: I think it's the singer for Tool has a winery called Caduceus, and he makes pretty good wines out of Arizona. But the obelisk is more commonly known as the division sign.
Yay!
What does that have to do with the Caduceus stuff you just added?
Y'all didn't say that out loud, did you? You guys were typing.
Zahkia and Jacob talked about it in their discussion.
Oh.
Yeah, we did. Stop
okay. Sorry. I got zoned out.
This is what you get for paying attention to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you understand what people are talking about. That's usefully helpful.
Round 4, question 3 category is commerce. In 1981, Joan Jett asked us to use a dime. 10 years later, Alan Jackson mentioned that you'd have to put a quarter in. Based on only these 2 songs and absolutely nothing rational, the average yearly rate of inflation for using what device during that period was 9.6%. And Charles Yu wrote the backbone of this question, so thanks to him.
Charles Yu?
Do you want to
I'm sorry.
put a big old lock on this?
Yep.
I was asking...
Did I get his name wrong? Or
I think because his last name is also a pronoun, just spelled differently. I thought you were saying, Charles, you did the lion's share of the work on this. And you were saying Charles Yu did the lion's share of the work on this. So that I got confused.
That's exactly what happened to me.
I was like, I was about to ask, who is Charles?
Either way, Jacob and Zahkia are locked in.
Hey.
All right, and looks like you guys have this one covered. Talk about it.
Well, Alan Jackson's song is called Here's a Quarter, Call Someone Who Cares. If Adam Levine put the price of the payphone in his song, we could have added that to the question too. But we said payphone.
Yep.
Okay. Zahkia and Jacob?
Oh, we went a different direction because I think I remember put another dime in the jukebox, baby.
Oh.
So
that's right. And that was yeah.
That could be a
that's right.
Jackson
it was
song
Travis
too.
Tritt that had Here's a Quarter, Call Someone Who Cares.
Oh, no. I should have paid
Alan
more
Jackson
attention.
Rock the jukebox. Dang it.
So we said jukebox?
Nope. Yep.
All right, payphone versus jukebox, battle royale.
Well, sometimes I feel a little superfluous when you guys say all the words that I would have said for me. It is jukebox.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The Alan Jackson song is Don't Rock the Jukebox.
Yep.
Oh, that's disappointing. We goofed.
We did. Sorry, Jonathan.
No, we
But at
goofed.
least we goofed collectively.
Yeah, we goofed.
Exactly. We can't.
We both
blame
came
one
up
of
with the
us.
same goof.
We all should have put more thought into it.
Yep.
Ain't that always the way? After round 4, we have another swing in the lead, but it is still razor thin. Zahkia and Jacob have 100 points. Asha, Jonathan, and Ginger have 95 points.
You already gave it away. Oh, my God.
So close. Blink and you'll miss it.
Round 5, question 1. Category is BFFs. What is the first name of the comic relief trusty sidekick character who first appeared in print in 1997 and on screen in 2001? According to his creator, he reminds her of her best friend Sean Harris, to whom that 1997 book is dedicated.
That shouldn't have hit me like you did. It just did.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't think that's super wrong at all.
I mean, I wouldn't really call him comic relief.
Yeah, he is for sure. I like that. So I'm okay with you're locked in.
Okay.
All right, you're locked in. So, guys, we're talking a lot about Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, which seems viable, but the question for us on the quality of that answer is whether or not the movie started that early. This feels really early. 3 years in, 3 years in after the release of the first book in the U.S. feels early for the movie.
But I
think they were early, though.
Yeah, because I know for sure that the movie started before the book series ended.
Well, yes, but the book series was going for 15 years.
But I think it was the first 3 Yeah, I think it was the first 3 books came one after the other. Like it was one year, one the next year, one the following year. And then it was like a 3 or 4 year wait for the 4th book. I first read Sorcerer's Stone in 8th grade, and I think definitely the first 2 were out. So I was in 8th grade, let's see here, around 98, 99, because I graduated high school in 2004.
Were the movies already
I
out
actually
early on, like 9th grade for you, 10th grade for you?
See, I really do think so. Yeah,
There's a gap in these dates, by the way. So 98 for 8th grade, 99 for 10th for 9th, 2000
well, it was 98th or 10th. I can't remember. I can't quite remember, but I graduated in 2004, which means junior
you
year
started
was
high school in 2001.
Yes.
In about a minute.
Which means 8th grade was 2000.
Yeah.
Do you remember watching a movie a year or 2 after reading the first book?
No, I was obsessed with the books.
I mean, do we have any other answer though? Because even if we use all our time on this, can you think of any other sidekick person? Female author?
I kind of stopped thinking about it when she said Ron.
Well, I guess we're stuck with that answer then.
Honestly.
Yeah, my only other thought was Sam, but that's,
Sam who?
From Lord of the Rings, but that's obviously way earlier than 97.
Yeah, it's not it.
So, yeah, I think Ron Weasley is our best guess.
All right. We're going to say Ron Weasley.
Okay. Zahkia and Jacob.
So Jacob comes in hot with, who the hell is Sean Harris?
I mean, fair.
We had no idea, but we also went with Ronald Weasley.
I think the timeline does check out. The first Harry Potter movie definitely came out in 2001.
Did it really?
It was the year. Yeah, it was the year I moved to Michigan from Ohio, and I remember that like the first Harry Potter books were like late 90s.
I convinced my parents to get a DVD player because Harry Potter was only released on DVD. Sorcerer's Stone was only released on DVD, and I remember we were in Sam's Club, and I convinced Mom to buy one so I could get the movie.
Cool. Yeah. So it's easy for me to remember what year the books came out because I was the same age as Harry when I was 12 in 97 when the book came out. So that's, I think, why people of my generation resonate so strongly with it. But yeah, the answer is Ron Weasley.
Wow. Good job.
Well done, everyone.
Hooray. Round 5. Round 5, question 2. Category is business.
Business. Money.
Founded in 1766, what auction house holds the record for highest price ever paid for a single painting? It was Da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, which sold for $450 million in 2017, and has also been plagued with price-fixing scandals and allegations of invalid provenance for looted works.
I swear I read an article about this like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that one if you want to lock in with that one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Unless you want to flip a coin.
Ooh, do y'all want to flip a coin?
I don't have one nearby, but I'm up for doing a coin.
I can do that online.
That's fun.
Let's do it.
All right.
Shoot. Jacob, do you want to flip
alphabetically?
Let's just lock in with what we go.
Okay, we're going to lock in with what we have so you guys can talk as you flip.
All right. So it's either Christie's or Lloyd's. We don't know which. We're 50-50 on it, legitimately, so we're going to say Christie's is heads and Lloyd's is tails. Okay?
Okay.
All right, flipping this online coin. It's heads. We're going Christie's.
Christie's it is.
Well, that's exciting.
Zahkia is laughing.
They went the other way.
I'm a little worried.
So we also broke it down to a coin flipping, but our two options were Sotheby's or Christie's.
Sotheby's.
Ooh, that's one we didn't think of.
We forgot about them.
I told Jacob that Christie's seems more scammy, but Sotheby's seems older. And we just weren't sure, but he's like, let's go with Christie's. So we went with Christie's.
we decided on vibes, and the vibes of Christie's was a little bit more scammy than the vibes of Sotheby's.
Yeah, it's all in vibes.
The vibes and the coins were good to y'all today because the answer is Christie's.
Wow. Yeah, I just took a peek. Lloyd's of London is the insurance place, not the auction place. So I'm very glad we didn't go there. That would have been a shame.
That would have been terrible.
Well, we could either go with Christie's or the Cincinnati Reds. We're not sure which, but we think it's one of those two.
It's Christie's or Armageddon.
Yep.
Round 5, question 3, category is what's in a name? Popular in South Asia, particularly India and Nepal, what masculine name is of Sanskrit origin and means wisdom or conscience? It is also appropriately the name of the current Surgeon General. First name.
Zahkia, remember earlier when we were talking about D&D and there's a badge of holding? I have the exact opposite of that with a badge of nothing. So.
Okay.
Christie's, what is going on here?
You could try answering Lloyd.
Sotheby.
Evidently, it's the Red Sox.
All right. I think we're going to lock in.
So for some reason, I was really caught up on V names. I don't know why. I'm not sure. So I'm thinking South Asian names that begin with V. So I was thinking Vikram, Vivek, Vishal, Vijay, and like Jacob says Vanish. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that's a name, but especially now that my autocorrect corrected it to Vanessa, and I can tell you sure it's not Vanessa. And I'm not even sure if this V thing is right or why I'm so caught up on it, because I don't know. And Jacob has a bag of nothing. Oh, my. And I don't know which one, if any of these, is a Sanskrit origin for wisdom or conscience. So
it's got to be health related. What about like Vital?
No, I guess when the surgeon general thing is like, oh, like the surgeon general is a smart person, or it should be a smart person, so it makes sense that his name means wisdom or conscious. Like, fun fact, my name means smart girl. So it's kind of a trivia thing, right? But I don't feel very smart right now. I am going to land on Vivek. I don't feel good about it, but that's what I'm going to say.
Are you locking in with that, Jacob?
Yes.
You got thoughts? Okay.
That's it.
Boo. I boo you.
Today,
I boo you.
Why?
Before today, I thought, I really like this Zahkia girl.
Oh,
I don't know really how I feel about her anymore.
What? What did I do?
You're
Came
horrible.
up with the same answer that we had.
Beep. It just ain't right. It just ain't right.
So I paused for a second because I was like, well, that's the name of that Republican guy that's running for president. But I think they both have the same name. So that's what we locked in with, too.
No,
We said Vivek.
Erin.
Yeah.
So all 3 of these questions came from a round based on those Republican guys who are running for president, because 7 of them made the second debate, and my rounds have 8 questions. And whenever I see a list of 7 things, I'm like, there's a round. Your answer is Vivek.
Vivek is correct. Good job.
Well done, everyone.
Man, we had a chance to make up ground.
We did not.
To make up ground, no.
That was a shame.
That was all luck. Oh my goodness.
I was so disappointed when you got the V names instead of like P names. Like, if we were in P names, we were fine.
Like the whole time I was just going, don't react, Ginger. Don't react. Don't react.
Thank you, Zahkia.
You're quite welcome.
Zahkia, the appropriately Surgeon General was, like you said, just because wisdom and conscience is a trait you want your doctors to have. And I had to make a complete sentence that had the Surgeon General thing in it. So at the end of round 5, Zahkia and Jacob have 130. Asha, Jonathan, and Ginger have 125.
Oh my God, we're still down by 5. This ain't right.
So close. So close. Round 6, question 1 category is science.
Science.
What English astronomer, mathematician, and physicist constructed an observatory on St. Helena in 1676, cataloged the stars in the southern hemisphere, and recorded a transit of Mercury across the sun? He is best known, though, for using math and Newton's law of universal gravitation to solve a math problem whose answer is between 75 and 79. He did not live to see his math proven correct.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Do we know any of those?
I have one, but I know it's wrong.
About 90 seconds, folks.
I think so too. I think his name's more associated with chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Quit reading our chat.
I like that one, the first one you said, because I think that was an interesting autocorrect.
30 seconds.
I say we go with that. I got nothing better.
Okay.
We're going to lock in.
Yeah. As we were about to lock in with an incorrect
shame.
answer, I think. Oh, for
I think that was
shame.
because we didn't want to talk.
No, we're going to talk. It's fine. But you guys have to answer.
Yeah, like I know I'm gonna recognize this when I hear it, and I was telling Jacob like trying to bring all of the English mathematicians, scientists forward, and like Blaise Pascal kept interrupting, saying "No me, Francais," and that just wasn't working. We landed on Boole. And I think he's an algebra guy. I'm sure he is an algebra guy, but we're thinking that maybe he's got a constant. Yeah, we went with Boole.
We were thinking it was someone with a constant named after them. But we couldn't name any consonants, so...
That makes it hard.
So we listed lots of people.
You did.
We listed everybody whose names we could think of that could just be named something. Planck, Boyle, Avogadro, Euler, Hubble, Haley, Mohs, Beaufort, Saphir, Simpson. Finally, it's like, well, we don't know. It's going to be somebody who's known for astronomy. We don't know the math question. We don't know the blah, blah, blah. So who's known for astronomy? Well, you got Copernicus, but he's the first one. Then you got Galileo. He's the second one. He's in like the early 1500s. The third one in that list is Kepler. Kepler did lots of astronomy stuff. He seems like he's in the right genre of year. So we went with Kepler.
Okay. So this is only the third question that you guys have both missed. So I'm sitting at a cool 25 points.
I mean...
The answer to the problem is between 75 and 79 years. It's not a constant. It changes a little bit because gravity is weird. That is the periodization of Halley's Comet. Edmund Halley is your guy. So you guys said it.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, but I wasn't even serious about it. I was just listening.
Yeah.
I was just space people.
Wait, so the between 75 and 79 is number of years of reappearance of this comet?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
My scientific brain was like, you're not giving us the units. You've got to give us the units. And
now we know why.
Had the units.
No units for you.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was a thing.
That was clever.
No, yeah, I love that question.
Samuel Clemens. I mean,
if I would have,
So no change in the scores. Round 6, question 5 category is television.
Televisiones.
Growing up is usually more painful than it is funny, but the title character of what 1990s cartoon made morals and adolescent hardships a little more enjoyable. Episodes revolved around him, his family dog, best friend, and crush and classmate, and were scripted in the format of his journal entries.
I mean...
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like lock.
Locked in.
Big old lock.
Okay. Erin, is that a typo or is that intentional with the word funny?
That is not a typo. Not
Thank
a typo.
All right, guys. So that should give you a
Doug
clue.
Funny.
Is Doug's last name Funny?
Doug's last name is Funny.
Well, there you go. There you go. We're going on the Doug train. Doot, doot. Hold on. Wait. Oh, beep. Where's my whistle?
I thought you were about to do the song.
I don't know the damn Doug song. Where's my whistle?
Yeah,
I just dropped Mjolnir.
oh my goodness.
All aboard the Doug train. We're answering Doug.
Okay.
There's also the Seinfeld, like the they do that a lot on Doug.
What are you doing right now?
The music to Doug.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or, the famous band Killer Tofu.
I hear you, Killer
beats.
Tofu. The beats, yeah. This was kind of a gimme, yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, show off Zahkia. Okay.
I mean, this is primo Zahkia Nickelodeon time. So you're asking things that are directly in my wheelhouse.
I had something funny, haha, to say, but I can't remember it now. So we're just gonna. That wasn't it. Known with Doug.
Yes. And when I asked this question live, the fun thing is that a whole bunch of people like wrote in their extra blanks that Doug is set kind. Jim Jenkins is from Richmond, so Bluffington is loosely based on Richmond, and everyone told me that, and I was like, y'all, I run a trivia company, I know this, but thank you for sharing your knowledge. But yes, I know. But yeah, the answer is Doug.
That was the funny thing I was gonna say. So I'm glad I didn't say it.
Round 6, question 3. Your category is movies.
Movies.
An enchanter played by John Cleese in a 1975 movie has a name that some people believe was ad-libbed because Cleese forgot the name he was supposed to say. Cleese insisted that was not the case and that his delivery of the line was intentional. Per that line, there are some who call him what?
Meow meow. The answer is not meow meow, by the way, but Ginger and Asha, I can 100% lock in what I just put in there. I put it in well before the question was its halfway point.
Yeah, you did.
I had it at the word enchanter.
I didn't know. I until I saw your answer, I had no idea what movie we were referring to. Seeing your answer, I know exactly what it is. I'm good with it.
All right, Asha, you good to lock in?
Yep, that's fine with me.
All right, we're locked in.
Zahkia, if I'm correct, I believe this name has inspired like 3 of my D&D character names. I believe it is all in Baldur's Gate 3. I've played that game a lot. Highly recommend it. Not an ad. I believe it's Tim.
Okay. I have.
It's Monty Python and the Quest for Holy Grail. It's when he's on the bridge. So yeah, we're gonna lock in with Tim.
Yep. Okay. Cool. That makes sense. All right. Yeah.
Cool. There are some who call me Tim.
Tim?
Yeah, no, Tim the Enchanter is a thing in my brain. As soon as you said John Cleese Enchanter, I'm like, Tim, 100%.
Yep, that's it. Absolutely. And I don't actually apologize. I ain't sorry, but I meant to mention at the top of the show that I didn't do the thing that y'all expect me to do. These are not necessarily ordered by difficulty, as evidenced by the fact that the 2 goose eggs came in the 1st and 6th round. So, sorry. But anyway.
Fair.
After regulation, scores are close. Zahkia and Jacob with 150, Asha, Jonathan, and Ginger with 145. Your gauntlet category is chocolate. Make your bets.
Yeah. Want to do it?
Sure.
Our wager is locked in.
All right, our wager's locked in.
Love it. Gauntlet question 1. If you believe in miracles, it may not matter where you're from. You might just know that what 1975 song was the best known song from the British band Hot Chocolate. Originally set to be released as a B-side, it peaked at number 2 in the UK and number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100.
That's my answer. It's not what I'm calling you.
Oh, this is driving me crazy.
Are you guys good?
So which one of those 2 do we want to do?
Erin, does it matter for our purposes? Do we need to debate this, or is either one of these fine?
Either one is fine.
All right, we're going to lock in.
Okay, cool.
And I was thinking, is this disco? And I'm like, does Erin ask about disco? And then she put a little emoji with a no mouth, because of course she's not telling. But
as you said, I seem like the opposite of disco, and I don't know what that means.
It means you don't know how to have fun and do drugs, Erin.
Right? My pants are not exceptionally flared.
I mean, Erin...
Don't lie. You have a disco ball on the ceiling.
How'd you know?
Erin, you strike me more Daria than disco every day of the week.
Wow. Wow, we're getting personal. Next time on a special episode of Trivial Warfare.
I'm distracted. You have about 90 seconds.
I have no freaking clue, Jacob. I'm so sorry.
I mean, call me Santa Claus on December 26th.
Yeah.
I like that.
I will call you on December 26th and make sure note says Santa. Our answer is locked in.
Gauntlet question 2. Alkalized cocoa has gone through a process that reduces its natural acidity and makes it less bitter. It is also sometimes referred to as what nationality, after the chocolatier who invented the process. Contrary to what you may expect, eating this type of chocolate will not give you courage, will not force you to sail the 7 seas forever, and will not give you exceptional jump rope skills.
Zahkia, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't getting that, but you got it. Okay, cool. So we want to lock in? Our answer's locked in?
We're locked in.
Our answer is locked in.
Okay. And question 3, Released in 1994 and retired in 1998, Chocolate was one of the original 9 Beanie Babies. What animal was Chocolate?
I know this one, guys. One sec.
Ooh, yay.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you got meow meow.
I do.
So we're locked in.
Yep, let's lock in.
Yeah.
Our answers
Oh,
are
yes.
locked in.
Right. Back to the top. What is the best known song by the British band Hot Chocolate? Asha, Jonathan, and Ginger.
Who was it? Asha? You were the one who kind of pulled this together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm right, I believe in miracles since you came along and we said you sexy thing.
I believe in miracles. Hey,
You
come.
sexy thing.
You sexy thing.
Zahkia and Jacob.
That is
Gone.
absolutely effing right. And it's
Isn't the
an
question.
effing disco song. We said because we couldn't come up with anything. The what did we say, Jacob?
Do you believe in magic?
Yep, that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You don't know yet if it's wrong or not. Question 2. What is the process that makes chocolate less bitter? Zahkia and Jacob.
So we were going back and forth between Dutch and German, and then I reread the clue, and the jump rope skills is double Dutch. Force you to sail the 7 seas forever would be Davy Jones and the Flying Dutchman, and I'm not entirely sure what Dutch courage is, but we said Dutch.
Yep, and Dutch processed chocolate is something I come across in when baking cookies every year for Christmas. So
Okay. Ginger, Jonathan, Asha.
Boy, we had a conversation about this, didn't we?
Struggled. Yes, we did.
We thought about, I was pushing for
All
Irish
192
chocolate.
countries.
Yeah, right. You're right. Australian chocolate. I was pushing for Irish because of the concept of Irish courage. We didn't go with that. Then somebody brought up German chocolate. Asha, I think it was you or Ginger. Was it? Yeah, it was you who said that the person whose name was on German chocolate cake was named German, which felt really good for the idea of this question as it's both a person's name and a nationality. So why don't we go with that? But we didn't go with that either. We ended up at the last minute. Asha, I think it was you again who said, well, I mean, like jump rope, like double Dutch. It's like, wait, double Dutch? That's a nationality. Let's go Dutch.
Yes.
And we did go with that.
at
we're splitting the
last at the last like 2 seconds.
Yes. Yeah.
Buzzer beater. And number 3, what animal was Chocolate the Beanie Baby? Jonathan, Asha, and Ginger. I don't know why I've just now started pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry.
All right.
Go ahead, Ginger.
This was all Ginger.
I wasn't one of those crazy people who, like, when divorced, had to separate their Beanie Babies because that was a thing in a courtroom. There was a couple who had to, like, in front of the judge, separate their Beanie Babies.
They had to have a draft,
But
which must have been fun, honestly. I'm drafting my Beanie Babies.
I was not one of those people, but I was a Beanie Baby fan, and it's Chocolate the Moose.
I mean, to be fair, you were too young to be one of those types of people.
That is true. There would be a lot more issues if I was one of those people.
I keep hoping I get one of those clients who are that petty because, and I've had some that I feel like would have come close. But so even if they're not like dividing the Beanie Babies, when they do something that petty that it goes that viral, whatever else I do doesn't matter because I could, I could do whatever the outcome could be. It wouldn't matter. Because this was the Beanie Baby couple, or this was the guinea pig family, or
is
whatever.
Is that your take on it, though, that it was based on pettiness? Because to me, back then, those Beanie Babies were like $500-$600 a pop. They were literally splitting up thousands of dollars of Beanie Babies.
Well,
so what makes it right? Yeah, speculative. And what makes it petty is that they had to do it in court in front of a judge because they couldn't come to an agreement on their own.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they couldn't handle it like adults. They had to, go ask dad to help us figure out how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know the whole story. If anyone out there actually in TV land actually happens to know the name of that case, I'd love to go find it and read it because I bet it reads like a lot of fun. Anyway, we've wandered slightly from the topic. Zahkia and Jacob, what'd you guys say?
We weren't entirely sure. Zahkia suggested bear. I suggested dog for chocolate lab. Moose didn't even make the pun for us.
Such a good
it's the
pun,
chocolate
too.
Moose, yeah. So we did dog.
Okay. We're going to start with the one that y'all...
She said,
Ruh-roh.
Raggy.
We're going to start with the one that y'all agreed on. You all eventually clued in to where the hints were. Zahkia asked in her chat after they locked in why Going Dutch wasn't on there, and I couldn't figure out how to make it work without it being too obvious. Then I kind of backpedaled and I was like, maybe it's just that I've done so much online dating and talked so much about online dating that I feel like Going Dutch is a thing that's more in the zeitgeist than it actually is. I don't know. In any event, it didn't make it into the question, but the answer is Dutch.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Jonathan, you kept saying Irish courage. That's not the idiom is Dutch courage, but it's the same thing you were thinking of, just with a different country.
I've never heard the term Dutch courage. I've absolutely heard Irish courage.
Same.
Really? I've never heard Irish courage. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Anyway, you got there. The song, the disco song, even though I'm not disco, I can still ask questions about things that I am not. I ask questions about men all the time. The first... Jonathan looks so disappointed.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I was zoning out. I was watching Asha laugh. That's what I was enjoying. She's got a knee up and she's got the giggles.
Sorry. When I get like this, my sister's like, just go take a nap.
We're almost done. You can hold it together.
We're so close. I believe in miracles. Where are you from? You sexy thing. Sexy Thing is the song.
Woohoo.
Sorry, Z.
Is it thing or thing?
THING, I think.
ING, okay.
I'm not going to penalize you if it's not. That's not it. And finally, the dog was Spot. The bear was Brownie. But chocolate was the moose.
Good job.
Yes, we got it.
So
Way to go, Ginger.
Good job. Brownie moose.
Yeah.
Solid.
Brownie dog.
Brownie dog.
It's not brownie moose. Brownie dog. God, my brain is off, y'all. It is 100%
Brownie
not
bear.
on.
Good thing we're at the
we
end
were
of the
like
game.
5 seconds
Right,
from
good thing we're at the end.
I know. We
He's
were
got to
just
do another
like
one.
so close.
All right. So let's hear about your wagers. Zahkia and Jacob, what'd you guys wager?
Well, we were 5 points ahead for most of the game, and the questions ranged in difficulty. But we were like, well, maybe they won't get all of them. And if we don't get all of them, we can miss it by 4 and still come ahead.
All right.
So we wagered 4.
Okay. And you guys, if you wagered anything other than 1 or 2, well, no, anything other than 1, you will win. Tell us what you wagered.
Well, we said that the logical wagers would be 6, 10, or whatever the heck we wanted. We ended up going with whatever the heck we wanted and said 27.
Hey, how about that? I also would like to point out that I did not pick up the spreadsheet this week. It worked exactly as intended. Nick, I'm not sorry about the mean things I said, but the rest of it helped develop this thing. Good job. Final scores. I've been waiting the whole game to say that. I haven't been touching it just in case. But it did the math correctly with a final score of 172 to 146. Your winners today, Asha, Ginger, and Jonathan.
Woo! Yay. We are winners. Good job, Asha and Ginger. Great job. Woo, what a game that was. That was a back and forth affair.
That was a nail biter.
That was really great. Well, before we go, we'd like to give everybody a chance to do shout outs and promote causes that they care about. We like to start with the winning teams. Asha, we'll start with you.
Well, I'll say what I usually say to my kids at the end of the week. What's something you learned and what's something you did that was nice for somebody else? So just make sure you're doing that every week. Do something nice, learn something new.
Yay.
Very cool. Thank you very much. All right, Ginger, you're up.
Thanks, everyone. This is kind of a late thank you, but Jonathan, when you had Talking Fat, it came up exactly when I needed it. I had been desperately searching for something to make me feel not alone on my weight loss journey. And I know the show has sunsetted, which is completely fine, but I just wanted to thank you for the support that it gave me during the time it was on.
That's amazing.
I really, really needed that show. So I was very, very happy when you started it.
It's awesome.
And then for my shout out, thanks to Nathan for helping us work on my audio issues and just for being an awesome husband. Awesome. Thank you,
Nathan.
Tech support first, husband second. We got it.
Yep. Exactly. And also he is entertaining our 2-year-old Devin, who you saw wandering around at the beginning. So thanks to Nathan.
Outstanding. Thank you. And Jacob, we will wrap up with you, my friend.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for my wife for watching our 4.5-month-old. I can hear her crying in the other room, so gotta go do that. And I have to go let my sister's dog out, so I'm going to steal from Bob Barker. Help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered.
There you go. We got a Barker finish. So for Jacob, for Ginger, for Asha, for Zahkia, and for Erin, my name's Jonathan. This has been episode number 450 of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, It's war. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit ProPodcastingServices.com.